There you have it, 500,000 followers deep. We've hit the target and we're going to keep going beyond. Road to 1 million, baby. What's going on, people? Welcome to today's vlog. But straight away, we've got to talk about transfer news as per usual. Now, listen, this one is a bit of a weird one because it kind of feels like it's not a FIFA thing where you can just take players from anyone. But Neymar said he wants to leave. He said he wants to leave. We know that. He's gone AWOL, and then he's actually said he wants to leave PSG. We're trying to sell Pogba, and it was noted, there were reports that, you know, PSG did contact Manchester United to see whether they would be interested in Neymar. Now, look, this is quite a far-fetched thing, but we're just exploring it. I mean, imagine Pogba swapped for Neymar. I don't know. I mean, I can't see it happening. I don't think Neymar's someone that would want to come to United anyway, to be fair. It's cold. We're not very good right now. He's not going to be able to come there and just challenge for things and win things. He'd definitely be the main man if he come, don't get me wrong, but I don't see that as a player that would actually benefit us in the long run right now. I think he'd be here for a short stay. It'd be another big money move to sell shirts and not actually build a team. You're looking at the mould of player that we're actually going for in Wan-Bissaka, James, etc., and these types of players, hopefully a Maguire, I know that. That's the kind of mould that we're going for. We're not really looking at that Real Madrid, inverted commas, Galactico, or the big superstar signings. I know I spoke with Simon Peach and he said that, you know, United haven't had that for a little while, and if Pogba leaves, then who would it be? But I think that the club's going in a new direction, so I can't see it happening, but that's what it's all about, bringing you topics that could happen and just discussing it. So drop your views and your thoughts in the comments below as to whether you think that'll be a good move. I've spoke to a lot of United fans and absolutely not, they're not having it. And some fans have gone, yeah, why not? Why not? He's better than who we have. So it depends which way you look at it, but I can't see that happening. And obviously, the Lukaku thing, there's a bit of movement. You know, we know that Inter Milan are desperately trying to thrash out a deal to be able to tie him up. He himself said we'll know something next week, as in the following weeks when we're going to be in Singapore and Shanghai. So I expect him to move, to be honest. I think Inter will find a way and they'll get their man. So yeah, let's get into today's vlog.
Yes, mate.
Just warming up, mate. Yeah? I'm going to show these lot what flex is all about, yeah? They're just used to Lukaku.
Look at the flexibility.
But I ain't just warming up just for that, though. You know why else I'm warming up?
Oh, what's that, mate?
You know why else I'm warming up?
What is that, mate?
Because 500k! Jeez!
Are we there yet? Right, hold on, because literally we just got up here, got ready.
We are, man.
Right.
We are. We're in different time zones. It all hasn't even come through yet. It's on like 9998. That means there's like 3 other people who are pressing it as we're doing this vlog right now. I'm telling you, it's 500k. I'm going to drink this, Mark, to celebrate.
Don't do that.
I'm not going to do that, but seriously, look at that, 500k. At the beginning of this channel, when I weren't even on it as well, they used to tell Mark, like, oh, you'd never be anything, you'd never make it into anything, this is shit, this is this, this is that. He stuck at it. There was a point where Mark even was like, should I even do this? Should I even do this? You know what I'm saying? Even when I met Mark, I started it as well. I started coming on and you started to second guess yourself and think, oh man, just how far is this thing gonna go? We've come all the way out here to Asia, yeah? All the way to Australia. People are watching the channel, people know us, people feel the content, people are happy they get to speak to other fans all around the world and connect. 500k deep. What's that, 5 years? 5 years, about that. I think it's about 5 years, yeah. So, boy, look at that. That just shows you what dedication can do, persistence and perseverance, and not letting anybody, excuse my French, chat shit to you and tell you you can't do it. Look at that. On the way to 1 million, baby. On the way to 1 million!
Alright, so Drotty actually sent me a little video, mate. Oh shit, I actually hit 500k, fam.
Yeah, I told you! I told you! Oh! We can't even put music on because we'll get down for copyright.
Copyright.
Josh is going to have some sick music on right now, make me look like I'm just doing some, 5 0 0 0, baby!
I think there's another 2 more zeros. Wait, 500.
500. 500 plus. Maths wasn't my strong point, yeah. The whole tens, units, and fucking tens of hundreds of thousands.
Yeah,
chuck another 3 zeros on that, yeah. You don't know what I mean. Forget all the technicalities. You're gonna get that person now who's gonna be in the comments. Technically, it's actually 500,000. So you left out the zero to there. Fuck the grammar police. Get out of here. Josh, bleep out that F word. Bleep it out. Let's go, mate. Yeah. This is what warming up 500k deep looks like. Okay, people, how are you doing? I am here at the football centre. I'm joined by Reese and Dean. They run a football centre here, which has a development of a lot of players over here in Western Australia. Before we talk about Western Australia and soccer over here, that you lot can see their FIFA badges in the background. Reese, why are you like a rarity gem and Dean has no respect? What's going on?
I think Dean should take this one here. I've got nothing.
Is that a true representation of life?
Of course not. Of course not. One of my mates done it. I'm obviously not going to say, how he was at the time, but he's given me a bit of stick, and I've copped it, haven't I? And I'm not happy about that.
That is painful. He's streets ahead of
Danny
you.
Wilson, find him. Find him.
But listen, I want to talk about soccer. Soccer in this country. How it is over here. How is soccer doing over here?
I mean, it's getting better. It's slowly getting better. I mean, it's way off where the Prem is and other countries in the world, but it's a long process, and there's lots of different reasons as to why it is where it is now. And there's not just one magical reason to make it all better. So it's a work in progress, that's for sure.
Do they prioritise the AFL over soccer in terms of funding and development and scholarships and stuff like that? Or
Yeah, I think so. I think so in media as well. I think AFL is always number one, even when they're in their off season. They're always the front page of the papers. Yeah, and like Reece said, it is a work in progress. But look, football's come around, soccer.
Yeah.
It's the number one played junior sport in Australia now, which is, and that's a positive in the right direction. So slow steps, but slowly getting there, I think. Yeah.
I know you guys are not Manchester United supporters, but obviously this is a United channel.
Yep.
How are yes, the Premier League, good goal there. The Premier League is probably the most watched league in the world. How are Man United perceived out here? I can see we've got a big fan base, but from where you guys sit, how are Man United out here? Is there a lot of coverage? Is there a lot of support for them here?
Yeah, there is a lot of support. I mean, over recent years they haven't done as well as they previously had.
No, thanks for reminding us.
Yeah, no problem about that. But they are definitely one of the bigger, most well-supported teams here in Perth, and you can still tell they're a massive, massive club. And let's hope, for all the fans' sake and the players' sake, they turn around their fortune soon.
Yeah. Do you think we will? Do you think we can?
Yeah, fingers crossed. I think, look, like I spoke about before, they're in a hard spot now where money has taken over the sport, and obviously not being in the Champions League, it's a lot tougher to get the better players there as well. So, look, fingers crossed they have a good year this year, get into the top four, get in the Champions League, and then they can attract some good talent again.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely need that. Now, talk to me about the football centre. How did it start? How did it get created? How long have you been going for? And what's its purpose?
Yep, I mean, we're good friends, so we were living together at the time, and we've always been involved in football, both playing and coaching, and we came up with this idea where we wanted to basically work with players in like an individual environment. And then the idea just grew. We started looking at bigger facilities, and we came across this one here in Osborne Park and went with it. Yeah, and we took a risk, and we'll be going 2 years in September. So no, it's all been going along nicely.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, is the emphasis on youth as well, bringing through players as well as adults, or is it all ages, all abilities, women as well?
Yeah, all ages, all abilities, women. We coach professional players in their off season.
Oh, that's good.
Juniors just coming through, so as young as 2-year-olds, so we do 2 to 5-year-old programs.
That must be a handful, right?
Yeah,
2-year-olds.
Look, we get the parents involved as well,
of
so
course.
it becomes a bit more of a family orientated, but also learning the beautiful sport as well.
Listen, well, thank you guys for talking to us. Make sure you guys check it out. We're going to put the links in the socials because a lot of people have been asking where we've been going in Perth and stuff. In all of the vlogs, the info for these guys at the football centre is going to be there. And if you are in Perth and you haven't tried soccer, football, I hate calling it soccer, man. I hate calling it soccer.
Everyone calls it football centre.
There you go. Exactly, that just said it. It's not called the soccer centre. If you haven't tried football, you're looking to try it, make sure you check these guys out. And let's get these sorted, man. Come on, get on to your
What are you
friend.
on about, man? They're sorted.
I don't believe you're that good.
Done.
We need an update.
Nothing needs to be done.
Nice one, guys.
Cheers, mate.
Romelu Lukaku, Inter Milan obviously interested, talks of United, etc., etc. He's out here in Perth, hasn't featured yet. Should he go?
Yeah. First touch of a donkey, so Why not? You know, if not part of Ollie's plans, get everybody out. Is not part of Ollie's plans. If he's got bad blood in there against him, then get him out, get new ones in, build a team round. If Inter can't pay for the transfer fee, let's get Skinner.
Yeah, actually get someone for him, exactly. Where do you stand on the fact that Ollie said about Max Esser, that he didn't say it, but we can kind of see what he was saying at the back end of the season, that he's going to be successful here, there's going to be players that aren't here, etc. And we haven't seen too many leave. You talk about this hashtag Deadwood that needs to leave, and we haven't seen a lot of outgoings. Are you worried about it?
Yeah and no, because you never know what goes on behind the scenes, and if you just fall into the media trap and believe everything they're right, then you're going to think that everything's true and everything's not. I think we're linked with about 400 players this year, so I know we're a big club, but I don't think we can cope with 400 players coming in the transfer fee. But having players that want to play for the club is a big thing. I think we've gone away from this playing for the badge stuff, you know. And as what Gary Neville said, we need footballing men in charge of the footballing club. Get Woodward to do the commercial stuff, but get football men to the football side, and then we can build. You know, if we can do the business on the pitch, then he's going to get bigger commercial deals, isn't he? So.
There was talks of the director of football coming in, and we still haven't seen it. We're coming to sort of midway through pre-season, coming up to, and it doesn't look like there's a decision imminent with that. Does that worry you?
I don't think Woodward wants somebody in there because he loses his power, and if he loses his power, there's a bigger chance of him going out the door. He's a control freak and obviously a Glazer boy, if you like, and he does what they want, and as long as he makes them money, they're happy, aren't they? So, love to have a director of football in there, somebody who knows the young kids around, and hopefully we can build. I mean, look at the young kids of the day. Give them a go. That's what I say. You know, if they want to play for the badge, give them a go. They're there. Why not? If they want to play for Ollie, let's get them going.
Absolutely. Nice one. Thanks for talking to us, mate. Cheers. Okay, Pogba. Should he go or should he stay, and why?
He doesn't want to be there. What's the point in keeping him? I've always thought if a player doesn't want to play for United, what's the point?
Do you buy the whole, maybe he was seeking some reassurances and wants a new contract, because Robbo was saying, Brian Robson, he should just knuckle down, keep his head. Did you see that, or do you see a player who just doesn't want to be at the football club anymore?
Robbo's a spokesman of the club. He's got to toe the company line. So I think he's full of shit, though. Yeah. I think Pogba wants to go, and I think we can get the money for him. We can get a replacement in.
Is that the key? Like, United might not want to do it because actually, if he leaves, we're ruined, basically, because we might not be able to bring in reinforcements? Or do you see it as, even if we can't fulfil that, still let him go because we need to move on? Where do you stand on whether letting him go if we can get a reinforcement or not?
I don't think he's a positive influence around the club. I don't see the other players gelling too well with him, and I think it's just time to move him on. Okay. Fergie was right. Fergie let him go. Fergie knows more than me. I'm not going to argue with the boss.
Yeah, and that's what you're saying. You can see why.
Yeah, 100%.
Nice one, Stu.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Wicked. Transfer speculation about Harry Maguire. Will he, won't he? Medical's been agreed. No, it hasn't. Fees been agreed. No, it hasn't. Now he's told Leicester that he wants to leave. Where do you stand on him?
Do you know something? The way money's going now, I think it's just going to keep going up. But as a defender, I'd take him. So at 80 million, you know, when's it going to stop? You know, you pay 15 million for Wan-Bissaka. You know, so I think centre back. I think we need a centre back, good centre back. England international. I'd take him. I think he can play out from the back as well. He's a leader. You know, so definitely I'd take him.
If he comes, who does he partner?
Oh, I think him and Vindelof. Bally's coming back a wee bit, so he is. So it's just fitness and see who starts well. I think under Solskjaer, I think it'll be this season, because he's come in last year. I think this season, it'll be a different kettle of fish as well. Like, starting to get like Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw. You're taking a good centre back. You know, Smalling. It's, you know, you've got 4 or 5 back there. It's right. Who's going to play with him? Yeah. You know, so it's one of them ones. And say, all right, there's only going to be 2 playing there. So out of the all 4, you play well, you stay in there. Yeah. So it's competition. So absolutely. So I think it's touch wood. I hope it comes off. Nice, you know. So, and the other one is Fernandes. They're saying that Bruno Fernandes, that Woodward doesn't want to pay over the 50 million. You know, he's proven that.
At what point does Man United? Ollie's been speaking about that a lot, about we're not going to overpay for players, etc. Then there's fans that I speak to who are like, sod that, it's not my money. Yeah. We've got all this money, just pay what it is for the player. Where's the balance between not paying over the odds and just going and securing a bag?
I think you've lost Herrera, so your midfielders, you've still got good midfielders in there, but I think that bit of quality as well. You take somebody, you start. I think Solskjaer wants to build a squad. Like, no, you Daniel James, Basaka. You know,
You can see
take
what they're
Maguire.
trying
You can
to-
start
yeah,
to see
yeah.
what his game plan is a wee bit. Like, no, you take an all good midfielder in there as well. You know, and you get off to a good start. You know, that's what you want.
Yeah.
I'm back for the Chelsea game, so with a bit of luck.
Straight away?
Yeah,
Nice win there.
with a bit of luck we will. So
Nice one.
do the rent boys back there.
Absolutely, thanks for talking to us. How's it going, guys? I'm here with Lee and Steve. Now, we've got a president and a founder. Mr. Founder, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Yeah.
And Mr. President, good?
Oh, excellent. Buzzing. Still buzzing, mate.
I'm going to start with you, because you're the founder. How did the Perth Supporters Club start?
2013, Manchester United came to play in Sydney. I think, well, I know a lot of us here now are part of the club or part of that. We all went across then as individuals. I did some homework on the plane. I found out that 750 people flew out, and again, 750 to 1,000 people flew out from here. Got speaking to Keith White from the Brisbane club about how he started the club, and so I thought, well, when I get back, I'm going to start it. I'm going to start it, and he just said, start a Facebook page, and it grows from there, which we did, and then within about 3 or 4 weeks of starting it, 4 people come forward, or 3 people came forward, should say. Lee being one of them, Phil Band and Chris Paxton come round. We had a meeting. We said, this is what we want to do. We started it, and like I think for us lot, we can have a sit in our houses late at night, being quiet while your team's playing. If anything's going on, you can't get rowdy because you're going to wake your wife and kids up, or you can go and be with like-minded fans and sit around the pub and join the club. I mean, we started, and Lee will tell you, there's been 6 of us sat around the table watching a game and on a massive screen for the first couple of months, and then we've grown from 109 members after the first season to 370 the second season. So the club's just grown, and we've been lucky to have 2 great events put on by the club here with legends and this and now this, and it's been unbelievable how we've grown. I think we're the biggest members in Australia. So,
Yeah, and even the way I got in contact with you guys, I'll be honest, it was really easy. I thought I was coming out here, I need to see what clubs there are. We were there on Facebook, it was really easy to get hold of you, and that just shows it. I mean, from a Oz side of things, how hard is it supporting Manchester United from this side of the globe?
Well, it's down to the times of the games, really. We're lucky we get 7:30 kickoffs or 8:30 when the clocks go back. So, yeah, it's hard for the 5:30 kickoffs back home, because in the middle of the night here.
I don't know if I could do it. I mean, literally, you're waking up in like the middle of the night, right? And then you might have work the next day or whatever things to do.
Champions League games are on at 3 a.m, 3:30 a.m. So it's like get to bed early, set your alarm, get up, watch the game, and go to work. But you do it for the love of United. And there's so many of us that all do that, all get up for work, but watch United first. And it
in
does
times
get
where it's
hard.
difficult as well, because look, obviously we're not great right now, which we'll talk about very shortly, but in times where it's really difficult, that's one of my biggest bugbears. I think in England there's this kind of schema that, oh, you're not a proper fan, or you're not a proper fan. People who don't come to Old Trafford are not proper fans, or they only watch a couple of games a year. But you come to the other side of the world, and just to see how involved the fans are, and like you said, going through all what you have to go through just to watch a game, you can't categorise that. It's fantastic what you guys are doing.
No, that's it. And the thing is, like you say, it's hard to get people out to the games, to our events, when the team aren't playing so well, especially if it is a late kick-off, and that has been hard, because that does reflect on the sports clubs.
People, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, but we're, like I say, we're grateful that so many people have travelled to Perth, been involved in all our events. We've met some great people, and we've made friendships for life. So
yeah, absolutely.
it's the United family just grows and grows.
Absolutely. These guys have been doing a fantastic job. They've been hosting pre-match stuff, post-match stuff, auctions with the legends. Some people are out with Dennis Irwin and Brian Robson. It's really fantastic. But let's talk about United, current United. The face has gone down. The smiles are out.
No.
Is Ollie getting a right back in? Is he the right man?
Right back in. We don't know. You have to look. You have to listen to, again, like I said to you before. It's media speculation. You don't know what goes in the background. Are the Glazers back in Ollie? Is he the right man? Time will tell. I mean, again, we need footballing men in the club first. Get footballing men in the club, running the club. Then get the right setup, right players. If you look at teams around us, they're buying players that fit into the system. We're buying players that sell shirts, and that's the wrong thing to do. And that's why you're getting upset fans. That's why people are falling out with each other. That's why you're getting diversity against all of us. You know, all you want to is to get everybody together again and back the team. And I think when Ollie first came in, he did. He united the fans again, and we got behind him. And I think if we start well this season, and he gets the some players in, new players in, then hopefully he gets us all back again. And that's the main thing. The fans are the main thing. He needs to get the fans involved.
And it should be easy for him to do that in terms of because of who he is at the club. Do you feel as fans we're too impatient? Do you feel we're too reactionary? How do you feel about the fan base at the minute?
Well, what we've experienced since Sir Alex and the inevitable happened. Bigger shoes in football to fill. Moisey came in, didn't work out. We brought Van Gaal in. He had a couple of years. We won an FA Cup. Didn't work out. Mourinho came in. Everyone thought, well, maybe this is it. Proven manager, won the Premier League, won Champions Leagues. Is this the man to take us forward? But they took away United's identity in my eyes. We weren't, the United that we grew up with, that we watched, week in, week out with Sir Alex. And I think now they've brought Ole in, and it's that now going to be bringing back a bit of that old mentality, is the old Manchester United back, because of who he is, what he knows about the club, the backing and the staff that he's got with him. They all know United's mentality. They know what United's about. So in my eyes, I really wish, and I hope that it's the start of bringing back the old Manchester United, the old ways, the way we play. Fingers crossed, I really, really hope that. Is he the ideal man? Is he the right man to be? But he's part of the club. He was at the club for
and he will get the
many,
backing
many
definitely from the fans anyway.
Yes. Oh, for sure, 100%. The fans love Ole. He's a club legend, and is that what United needed? Did we need a club man back?
It's interesting you say that, because I've said a lot of times, we tried to tried and tested. We tried to maybe stabilise in the Premiership with David Moyes, but we haven't tried, like you said, just an out-and-out United man. Listen, guys, thank you very much for having me out here. It's still not over. We've got one more game to go. One more game, and hopefully we know Leeds are in town.
Yes.
Maybe all the Australians may not know, who don't follow football, but as United fans, we know what type of game that is. I think it'll be quite feisty, and we'll see some goals, and we'll see some good tackles flying in. Exactly.
Yeah.
Listen, keep up all the work you've been doing.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure
Cheers.
having you here,
Pleasure. Thank you.
Perfect.
Guys. That's going out later on today. We'll have all your links to your Facebook pages, what to do. And there you have it, man. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we are 500,000 subscribers in. Amazing journey. I came on the channel at about 124, and to be honest, I'd never envisaged this much of a increase in subscribers and this much growth in the channel. Everything's just gone up. The work rate's gone up. The quality of the videos has gone up. And I'm not even going to name everyone because I'll be here for ages. But everyone who's been involved in the journey, a massive, massive thank you. But from today's vlog, man, today's vlog was fun because, I like playing football and it was nice to win, etc. But the real thing was speaking to the fans out here in Perth and seeing their struggle of supporting United. And I don't mean because we're crap. What I mean is they're on the other side of the globe. They have to wake up at crazy, ridiculous times. Like Steve said, you can't even enjoy the game as you would. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You can't scream your house down if Rashford scores in the 90th minute and we win the game. You can't. People are in bed. And then after the game, they've got to go to work. So I really wanted to bring that to you guys about what it's like supporting Manchester United from not in England, basically. And I know a lot of you are watching from not in England, so you share that same struggle that a lot of the fans have out here. So don't let anyone tell you that you're not a proper fan because you haven't been to Old Trafford or you've only been supporting the club for this amount of time. From my opinion, if you wake up, you watch the boys all the time and you follow the boys and you want the best for the boys, you're a proper Man United fan, and that's how it needs to be. Peace. Big respect to all you guys for watching that video, and make sure you check out more United Stand content here and here, yeah? Like, subscribe and share, and the socials are along the bottom. You know what to do. Go get following. Go, 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 go.